in my county, Mason County, Washington, 17 people died in 2 weeks from fentanyl. 17 people, a small county. The fentanyl crisis is killing some of the best of our youth.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying because it's unprecedented. There's never been a time where so many people are dying of overdoses,
and this is
accidental overdoses from things.
And this should be the priority of law enforcement. Does law enforcement want to be on the wrong side of history, busting somebody for psilocybin? Well, that's going to go on their resume, and 10, 15, 20 years, maybe 5 years from now, it'd be like busting somebody for marijuana, where it's legal in so many states.
Right. What do you think that the solution to the fentanyl crisis is? Is it legalization? I mean, that's a tough one, right? Because legalization scares people because, and I would agree with this, that for sure, if hard drugs are legal, more people are going to try them because they're more available. They're going to. But you will at least be trying the actual drug and not getting like street Valium that has fentanyl in it, or you have criminal syndicates, Yes, that's the other part of it.
And they have basically addiction militias of people who are addicts coming to them to give them money. I'm not an expert on drug policy. There are other people that are. I would first take the step that all natural products containing any Schedule I substance should be legal, not illegal. Psilocybin, mescaline, you can make the argument for LSD. I think that, that's the first step, is all natural products should be legalized. Decriminalization, if you cannot get legalization, and then having decriminalization with therapy. I think if we don't have legal constraints, just like speed limits on the highway, do you really want anyone to drive as fast as they can? We do need limits. We have to throttle this down so our structures are in place for us to be able to make the best positive impact with the least amount of harm. And that's the quagmire that we're in. Other countries in the world, and now Rick Doblik and Andy Weil can speak on this eloquently, as many other people, but I want to stay in my lane of mushrooms. Right. And I think there's over 200 species of psilocybin mushrooms, 162 species in the genus Psilocybe. And just recently, I'm happy to say I have a new species named after me. Mycologist honored me by naming a new psilocybin mushroom, Psilocybe Stametsii.
Oh,
so
wow.
I have this. Is
this a new one that they discovered?
They discovered in the rainforest in Ecuador. It's very rare. Please don't pick it. But there's no greater honor in mycology than to have a species named after you. You never name it after yourself. In the field of medicine, you can do that with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, etc. But in the field of mycology and botany, it's an honor that's bequeathed to you by other scientists.
Oh.
So there are 162 species all over the world. There's been over 5,000 collections of psilocybin mushrooms since the 1800s. So they are bridges across cultures, across centuries, I would argue across millennia, and any peoples living in that ecosystem long enough would stumble upon these psilocybin mushrooms, especially things like Psilocybe cubensis, which is a big golden mushroom that's associated with cows. You can't miss it, right? You can see Psilocybe cubensis folks from 200 feet away driving 55 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. If you're tuned in, you can see them in the fields. They're that glaringly obvious.
Do you pull over and pick them?
I can't help myself.